Today I want to talk about the main component in our product, the protein. Why we use plant-based protein and how it's not only for vegans anymore. If this is your first time watching, I'm Ina, the founder of Good Cravings, your private protein bar manufacturer from Houston, Texas. If you've never tried our product before, please stick until the end because we're giving away a sampler box with all 6 protein flavors that we make. If you're an existing customer, the giveaway is for everyone, so you can also participate, and I hope you will. The rules for participation are in the video description below. The winner will be announced next week. But for now, let's dive into this topic. As you know, Good Cravings is a plant-based brand. Therefore, the source of protein in our bars obviously comes from plants. The original decision to go from plant-based sources basically stemmed from my own fascination with plant-based nutrition, whole food diet, and raw foods. So I extended that passion of mine into the product that we make at Good Cravings. However, in this video, I will share with you reasons why you too should consider switching or adding more plant-based sources into your diet as more optimal choice comparing to conventional egg and dairy powders. Interestingly enough, the majority of Good Cravings customers are neither vegetarians or vegans, which is not a surprise to me at all. Historically, consumers would gravitate toward meat as their prime source of protein. However, in the last decade, this situation has changed, and even though most of North American customers are still buying meat as their prime protein source, the plant-based options are definitely gaining traction. According to Nielsen Global Survey, which is a really reputable source for retail and consumer data, 23% of American people are looking for more plant-based protein sources on the shelves of their local grocery stores, with 39% of American people trying to incorporate more plant-based foods into their diets, and that's considering that only 6% of US population are vegetarians and only 3% are vegans. So why more and more people are investing their dollars and sharing their pantry space with plants? Well, the appeal for plant-based proteins is varied. If we're gonna look at this graph, we're gonna see that 38% of American people associate plant-based protein with positive health effects, whereas 17% of consumers also believe in superior nutritional value of plant-based proteins compared to animal protein, and 14% of those are saying, hey, man, we're living in modern times, who needs animals? We're just gonna go all for plants. In addition to that, North American consumers believe that plant-based foods improve overall health and help with weight management. About half of the consumers also see eating plants as the way of eating just simply cleaner. Some people are forced to get on a plant-based diet due to certain health conditions. Some people just save money by eating rice and beans. And of course, the awareness of ecological crisis is growing, so more people are choosing plant-based nutrition because they see it as a way of helping with environmental protection. So let's challenge these assumptions and decide for ourselves whether plant-based protein sources are worth our time and financial investment. Alright, so here I think many people would like to see lots of scientific studies and data, and where I think it's a smart thing to do to have some support materials. I think that in this day and time you can find a scientific study basically on anything, and many of them show very contradicting results. For instance, if you want to justify that coffee is good for you and has health benefits, there are lots of studies proving just that. On the other hand, if you want to prove that coffee is bad for you, you can find just as many studies. So I am not gonna throw any scientific articles, there are plenty out there. You can just Google them and find a ton on your own. In this video, I would prefer to stick to some very basic dry facts that are good enough to help you to make your own decision. Fact number 1, plant-based protein is lower in calories and fat comparing to animal protein. Number 2, usually plant-based protein sources, of course dependent on the source, are higher in fiber and some other essential nutrients like omega-3 fatty acids, antioxidants, and vitamins. Number 3, the fat in most plant-based sources is unsaturated, means it can help to lower LDL, which is a known risk factor for many heart diseases. Number 4, plant protein has no cholesterol. That's right, zero, nada, nothing. Number 5, typically plant-based protein is easier to digest, which is great news for those people who cannot eat eggs or dairy or have problems with digestion. So I think these 5 reasons are good enough to conclude that it wouldn't hurt to add more plant-based protein sources into your diet, so at least you can have a variety. As a conclusion, I want to emphasize that the purpose of this video was not to debate what diet is better, but simply create a different approach and different perspective. At the end, for me, what matters most is balance, variety, and whole food choices. I think we tend to overcomplicate things way too much and distract ourselves from some basics that actually work. Alright guys, that's it for this video. If you wanna win a sampler box with all 6 good Cravings bars in it, make sure you're subscribed, you have your bell notifications on, and just leave a simple comment below. And I can't wait to announce a winner in the next week's video. Stay tuned. If you have any questions, I'm here. Looking forward to hearing from you guys. Sending you all my hugs and love. Bye.